Ladies and gentlemen, the story is a little bit disheartening for a lot of different reasons, and I'm going to tell you guys and be real honest with you. I looked over this story and I was like, well, it doesn't seem like it's very much to this story. It seemed to be something that was really kind of short to the point. It sucks. It's really sad. But there was some elements, some very key elements that I thought made this story just a little bit more unique than some of the other stories that we've done. And I'm going to show you guys why. So please pay attention to the evidence that I'm going to present in this situation, okay? I know a lot of people try to tell me I don't get my facts right, but guess what? These are the facts and information. These are the things that they're going to use against these people in court, okay? So unless you want to dispute what the courts and the police are reporting, then I don't know what you want me to say. Let me give a shout out real quick. Ruya joined the channel membership. So thank you and salute. Thank you so much for clicking that blue join button. I want to shout you out and thank you so much for that. What's up, Miss Nisi? I see you. Hey, what up, what up? All right, so here we go. Here's the story. Now, the two individuals that you see on this screen, one is the mother. Let's take a step back if I can. Let me see if I can go back. This is the mother. That's the baby that is in question in this story. What's crazier about this is the fact that you see this mother and she looks this way. Then you go to this picture and she looks like a different person. Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe my eyes are just getting bad over the years. But that looks like two different people. Like that doesn't look like the same person as that lady right there. But could just be me. I don't know. But a Maryland mother has been charged with first-degree murder. Not second, not third. First-degree murder. After police say that she admitted to starving her 15-month-old daughter for more than 3 weeks until that beautiful little baby that y'all saw on the screen, until she died. Then, what made it even more worse after that is really hard to kind of say. And I hate having to say this over the air. And I know me just repeating the story might not be able to get this video monetized. I get it. I understand. But it's important enough for me to put these details out. Okay? Real quick, let me give a shout out to Jacinda Campbell, sending a $10 super chat. Jacinda's always showing love, and she said, hey, Jay, much love with the heart emoji. And I'm honored, man. I feel it right here in my chest. So thank you. Thank you so much for that. Salute, Jacinda. Thank you. The crucial detail of what this mother did, not only did she murder her baby by starving her out, then she took her baby and threw this precious baby in the trash can. Threw her in the trash as if it were a meal that this woman didn't want. She threw this baby away in the trash as if it was some spoiled milk or something. I don't understand the human mentality that you would think that that's an appropriate course of action for a human being. And people might say and might claim mental illness, but I'm going to tell you, it's just a stupid person. Stupid is as stupid does, Lieutenant Dan, like they said in Forrest Gump, right? Stupid is as stupid does. And what you have is you have a lot of people who just make bad choices. They're not good people. They didn't do well in school, right? They didn't take care of their bodies. They don't take care of themselves sexually. They're irresponsible sexually. They do a lot of crazy things, okay? That does not mean that they get off lightly whenever they decide to take these things out on children that they decide to produce, right? When we talk about the rights of Americans, of mothers, of people, when they talk about a mother's right to choose, and I'm glad that the women in my chat understand this, that they understand that it's a gift. The gift of motherhood is a gift to the world that women have the ability to do, and that is to bring life into this world. It's an innate gift. It's a beautiful thing when done and used responsibly, right? So what we have to do as mothers, as women, as the AFC, what we have to do is we have to stand against anybody and everybody no matter what color, no matter what race, no matter what age. If they do something heinous to children, we have to take a stand against that. One of the simplest things that you guys can do to take a stand is just to simply talk about it. Listen to the stories, post about them, have these conversations. Do not let the memory of these people and of these babies be forgotten. There is absolutely no reason why in this world, in America, we should be talking more about George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery and Sandra Bland and all these other grown people who had their chance in life to grow up and become something great, and they chose not to. Is that gonna get me flagged? Did I just make somebody mad? I hope I didn't piss y'all off too much that you want to run away from the channel. I hope y'all listen. I'm gonna say that again. Those individuals that I just named had their opportunity to grow up in America and become something great with all of the wonderful opportunities that America has blessed all of us to attain. No matter what situation we're in, we all make our choices as adults. We are in the positions where we are because we chose to be there. Heller, huh? What do y'all think about that? I think that's a pretty fair statement. I don't think I'm being mean. I think it's a fair statement. Now, somebody said, let me see, Marcus said, I think you should also cover child trafficking. That, my good sir, is called jumping the gun. I'm going to tell you why that's called jumping the gun. Because I actually have an interview scheduled with a couple of ladies in Oklahoma City that specialize in child trafficking. Not specialize in child trafficking, but specialize in the conversation and the advocacy to get children away from this messed up system of child trafficking. So I thought I'd throw that out there. I'm not going to tell you guys who, not going to tell you guys where. I'll tell you guys after the conversation happens, but that's going to happen here tomorrow. That's another reason why I have to go to Oklahoma City. So just thought I'd throw that out there, just so you know, bruh. So yes, we're going to have more conversations, but the more that you guys support our platform, the more that I can do. As you can see, guys, we're making a lot of progress. So just continue to keep supporting. Okay. Now let's keep going. Kiera Tolson. Let me get her face up on the screen so y'all can see this broad who looks like two different people. Her name is Kierra, K-I-E-A-R-R-A Tolson, T-O-L-S-O-N, 23 years old. This human being is 23 years old. Why does she look like she's like my age? She looks like she's almost 40 years old. I'm just being honest. But she's 23 years old, of Silver Spring, and she was arrested Wednesday after her friend or an acquaintance, let's just say an acquaintance, called 911 to report that that woman that you see right there told her that she killed her daughter, that beautiful baby right there, 15 months old. And let me put some respect on this baby's name right there. Let me see if I can get a solo shot of the baby right here. That little baby's name is and was Blair Niles, N-I-L-E-S. That little baby was 15 months old. That's according to the Montgomery County Police Department, and they said that in a news release. So that's coming directly from the police. When interviewed by police, the mother told investigators that she starved her daughter for approximately 3.5 weeks. Anything that you say to the police can and will be used against you in the court of law. Understood? Yes. So that is admissible in court. So why everybody tells me I get my information wrong, I don't know this mother. She was a good mama and she was on her way to college and she was doing so many wonderful, great things and she would never do nothing to hurt her baby. Well, she admitted to it to the police, and like I said, that could be used against her. She also told police that when the girl died last month, I'm going to say that again, when this baby died last month. Put a pin in that. We'll come back to it. She placed the baby's body in a pillowcase and trash bags. That's how she treated that beautiful princess that y'all saw on my screen. She put that little baby, who could not speak for herself, could not defend herself, and there was nobody there to protect this child. She took that baby and starved this baby until her little body couldn't fight anymore. And that almost makes me want to cry by saying that. This baby's body could not fight anymore. And once her body gave in, the mother took her body and put her in a pillowcase and trash bags and threw her in the garbage and discarded this baby's body in a dumpster at her apartment complex on November Circle, June 17th, which was almost about 1 month ago. There's a reason why I'm bringing this up today, though, okay? So give me a moment. Blair's body has not been recovered. I'm going to say that again. It's been almost a month, and this baby's body has not been recovered. How many stories have we done just this year alone of us having to scavenge and find these babies' bodies when the mothers know where the babies were, know where they threw them away, and they refuse to help the police figure out where the bodies are? That's the least they could do to at least put some semblance of respect on this lost soul. And they can't find the body after a whole month. But you know what's crazy? What's crazy about that? I'm going to throw this out there, and I know this might make some people mad. Where is Black Lives Matter? Thank you. If Black Lives Matter, why don't babies' lives matter? Why can't Black BLM, why can't BLM stand for Babies' Lives Matter? How about we hijack that movement? Can we do that? I'm going to ask y'all in the chat. Let's take a pause for the cars real quick. Can we hijack a movement? Now we could still have the AFC, but we could also take BLM and turn it into Babies' Lives Matter. What do y'all think about that? Because if you ask me, it seems like Black Lives Matter only has an agenda to care about the rainbow movement. Hello. The rainbow movement and things that do not concern the black family. That's the truth. They're ambulance chasers. They're chasing specific stories that fit their narrative. That's what they're doing. When it's a white person that harms a black person, here comes the movement. But when you have a baby that small, that defenseless, that beautiful, that deserving of a chance to grow up and be something great, where is the protest for that baby? Huh? Where are the marches for that baby? Where are the people that are talking to Congress about that baby? Who is it that's having conversations and interviewing people about our babies? Who is it that's putting money up and reward money to try to get the killers of these babies in the proper custody? Who's really doing something to try to save these babies and get justice for these babies? BLM needs to stand for Babies' Lives Matter. That's what it needs to stand for. And the original movement needs to be eradicated. Because I'm sorry, when you have grown people that end up in those situations, I'm sorry, it's sad, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. But they're grown. They had their chance in life. Wrong place, wrong time, maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I personally don't care. Because I was taught, because I had a mother, I had a father, and my parents taught me, and I want y'all to hear me. My parents taught me to be accountable for every situation that I get myself in, whether it's my fault or not. You know why? Because that means I have to have critical thinking and critical skills to be able to maneuver in this world, because I'm not going to always have somebody running behind me to wipe my ass. Hello? Y'all need me to say that again? Or are we good to go on that? Right? Let me give a shout out real quick, because she donated, and she's always donating, and I got to show her some love. Keyshawn, are you in the chat? I got to show some love to Keyshawn Johnson real quick. And she said, let me see if my sister left a message. She did not. Keyshawn just left a little gift in the PayPal. And Keyshawn, if you're listening, sister, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. If you guys want to support what we stand for here, then you guys can always hit the links in the description box. Uncle Tom bashing BLM while boys are getting lynched. Well, I'll tell you what. At the end of the show, since you're calling me an Uncle Tom, if you want to explain to me, and I'm going to give you time, so you'll have probably about 30 minutes to get your notes together, have your talking points ready to go, and I will let you actually call in and you could explain to me articulately why I'm an Uncle Tom. I will give you that opportunity, and I will give only you that opportunity if you want to talk to me. If not, then cease with the name calling, because it's childish, it's dumb, it's uneducated, it makes you look bad, and hey, you can say what you want to say in my chat until I get sick of it. Let me give a shout out real quick. Carmen Goodall Ford, and welcome to the AFC, or welcome back actually to the AFC. I see you got your upgraded emoji badge there, so good looking out, and thank you so much. I know sometimes you guys have to re-sign into that account. I don't know how that works sometimes. But anyway, y'all want me to keep going? Let's keep going. Let's keep this thing rocking. Now, when interviewed by the police, she actually spoke these words, and she said that she starved her daughter roughly about 3.5 weeks. The mother also told police that when the baby died, she threw her body in a pillowcase and trash bags and tossed her in a dumpster at an apartment complex. Almost a month ago. And today, we still don't have this baby's body. Blair's body has not been recovered, but police say investigators found evidence in Tolson's apartment that corroborate her account. Now, a court filing says police found a pillow without a pillowcase in that mom's apartment, and I hate to even call her a mom. I don't really know what else to call her. So, are you guys ready for the pivotal point? Because that's pretty much the end of the story. But I'm sure if y'all came here tonight, then y'all know DJ Just Jay had a little bit of a twist to this story, right? I think most of y'all know me well enough to know that if I brought you this story, there is indeed a twist to this story. Oh, I hope y'all are strapped in for this. I hope y'all are ready. Are you ready? I'm gonna read it, and then I'm gonna tell you what you might have missed. So here we go. The mother, Kiera Tolson, arrived at the front door unannounced, and to her friend who greeted her, Tolson seemed totally out of it. Even more concerning, Tolson didn't have her 15-month-old daughter with her. "Where's my goddaughter?" The friend by the name of Laytay Dawn, which is spelled Laytay, Dawn, Dahn. I'm going to read that again. She said, "Where's my goddaughter?" And she said, the mother said, "Oh, I starved her." Dawn said, "Well, where is she?" Tolson, the mother, said, "She's in the trash." Tolson's mental health already appears to be front and center in this case. But it's funny because if you're going to talk about mental health, I believe that mental health should apply to women and men and not just to mothers. Because too many times, whenever a man or a father does something bad to his kid, he doesn't get the excuse of he was going through something mental health wise. But the mothers do, whether it's valid or not. So I just think it needs to be fair on both sides. Now, the baby was born on April of 2019, and 4 months earlier, her friend Dawn had gave birth to twins. When the young mothers got together, the children all got along. She was fun to be around and she loved her baby, said Dawn. The mother said that we gave birth to animals. Whether she was playing or not, that's a horrible thing to say. She said we gave birth to animals. Now, Tolson, the mother, lived in a shelter with her child at times during the past 15 months, Dawn said. Tolson recently had moved into an apartment, according to Dawn, and at about 8 p.m. Wednesday, when Tolson arrived at her door, Dawn said, Tolson began talking so loudly and incoherently that Dawn remembers shutting the door behind her so others in the home couldn't hear. After saying she had killed her child, Tolson offered to take Dawn to the trash where she disposed of the body in the county's White Oak area, according to Dawn. She had seemed almost casual in explaining what she had done, almost as if she didn't give a shit. Now, let me see who caught it in the chat. Looks like nobody caught it. Everybody can type if you think you know what I said. If you heard what I spoke, then I'm going to see if y'all type it in the chat. And it looks like a lot of people might have missed it. Okay, so I'm going to read the important sentence again. Let me read it again. The mother that you see on my screen, Kiera Tolson, lived in a shelter with her child at times during the past 15 months. Tolson had recently moved into an apartment. I want you guys to keep in mind that her baby is only 15 months old. Hashtag babies for benefits. Thank you. Okay, y'all missed it? Okay, I'm going to read it again. Tolson, the mother, lived in a shelter with her child at times during the past 15 months. Do y'all not see a problem with that? Bonjour in the chat. I see you. Bonjour. Thank you. Y'all got it now? What that means is that not only one mother lived in a shelter, but that means they both lived in a shelter at some point. Hello? On top of that, if she starved her baby for that amount of time and the baby has been dead for a month, then at what point did nobody see something and say something? At what point did somebody not realize that this woman can't take care of herself and she probably shouldn't have this little small tiny baby who can't speak for herself, can't defend herself, can't work for herself, can't feed herself, can't change herself, can't wash herself? And let me throw something else out there that I want to prove to you guys that people, no matter how many handouts you give them, they're just going to fail as a people. They're just going to suck as adults. They're going to suck as parents. When you have a system like Title 4-D, I'm going to say that again. Title 4-D. Somebody put that in the chat. Title IV-D. Title 4-D. When you have a system where a mother can just produce a kid, hashtag babies for benefits, and the government will give them food stamps for having that kid. They will give them Section 8 housing for having that kid. They can get energy assistance for having that kid. They can also, in some states, get car vouchers for having that kid. The only other, matter of fact, Let's just skip and act like child support doesn't exist in this situation, because they can get that too, by the way, right? Let's just skip that part. And all that woman end up having to do is just go work, go be productive. That's it. So you mean to tell me with all that kind of help and the fact that you had a shelter, why did you need to starve? Why did you need to starve your baby? You had all of that help. Matter of fact, people are asking, where was the biological father? Well, guess what? I actually have an answer for you. The biological father was prevented from being able to see his beautiful little daughter. Damn. I'm going to say that again. The father wanted to be a part of his kid's life, and that creature that you see on my screen knows that she has the law on her side, and she prevented the biological father from being able to spend time with his kid. And on top of that, what makes this even more egregious is I wonder at what point, how much was this baby being starved while this baby was in this shelter? And if this baby was being starved in this shelter, then how is it that nobody saw anything and nobody said anything? They had to have known that something was wrong. Now, the baby's father actually told investigators that the last time he saw his daughter was on April 17th and has not had any contact with the mother since then. State District Court Judge John Moffett told or ordered Tolson to be held with no bond, which is good, at a hearing Thursday, according to Ramon Koronoff, a spokesman for Montgomery County State's Attorney John McCarthy. Now, Koronoff said a public defender is representing Tolson at a hearing, and she's due back in court July 16th for a bond review hearing, and I hope they continue to deny her bond. And anybody who has any information about this is encouraged to call Homicide at 240-773-5070, which is the Major Crimes Division, which the number again is 240-773-5070, which is 5070. Let me go ahead and give you guys the fair usage. Then I will get into my closing thoughts right after that, all right? Let's go ahead and get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. All right. Let me see if I can get that off my screen. Here we go. We got a couple of videos. They're going to be really short.
This is the mugshot for 23-year-old Kiera Tolson. She's accused of starving and killing her 15-month-old daughter. According to charging documents, Tolson admitted to police her child, Blair Niles, died in their apartment on November Circle in the White Oak area of Montgomery County after suffering weeks of abuse. The little girl's body still has not been found. Police say Tolson told an acquaintance she killed her daughter, and that acquaintance then called 911. Police say Tolson admitted to investigators that she starved her daughter for about 3.5 weeks, and after she died, placed her body in a pillowcase and trash bags. Then on June 17th, put little Blair's body in a dumpster at their apartment complex. Police say they found evidence to support her story inside her apartment, a missing blue pillowcase. Tolson was arrested Wednesday on a first-degree murder charge. She's being held without bond. Police say the baby's father was located and said he had not seen his child since her birthday on April 17th and had not had any contact with Tolson. Court documents did not reveal any sort of motive for this killing. She appeared in court earlier today for the first time. A judge ordered her to undergo a psychiatric evaluation. She'll be back in court next week. Darcy Spencer, News 4.
Now, anyone with information about this case should contact Montgomery County Police.
All right, let me take a quick pause real quick. I got a shout out, man, to my guy, Self Savior. Are you in the chat, bro? Want to make sure if you're in the chat, I want to shout you out. Make sure that you heard that I did get your Cash App just now. And my brother is showing major, major love. And I just want to say thank you so much. Truly appreciate that. But I did get your Cash App. If you're listening to the sound of my voice, brother, I truly, truly appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Jimmy D, if Jimmy D is listening, I want to thank you as well, my brother. Always showing love in the Cash App. Let me also give a shout out. Let me make sure I can say your name. Said thank you for all that you do, Jay. Respect and love. Got a very nice Cash App from Shannon. I'm not going to read your whole name. There he is. There's my brother. And you got your rent, so I want to make sure. But thank you, Self-Sager. Truly appreciate that, man. But Shannon P. So I'm not going to say your whole name, sweetheart, so I don't give out you guys real information. But if you're listening, thank you so much. And also, if my guy Dre the Dream is out there, Dre, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Majesty said, isn't that cruel? It's worse than cruel. Because it's just like, you have to be a cold individual. Let me give a shout out. Puppy Love sent in a $10 super chat. I think this is my first time seeing Puppy Love in the chat, but if you've been here before, I want to say thank you. And she sent in, or I say she, Puppy Love sent in a $10 super chat, and I want to say thank you very much. Really appreciate that. So I appreciate that, man. Whenever people have it in their budget to be able to support our platform, I am truly, truly honored and grateful. I know not everybody has it in their budget to be able to do so, but when you do, you can always come through and show some love, okay? We always welcome you guys here. All right? But again, you're talking about this baby was starved day after day after day after day after day for almost an entire month. You have got to be a heartless person to sit there and listen. To sit there and listen to the life being sucked out of your baby's body. That is asinine. That is inexcusable. And I don't think anybody needs to make an excuse for this individual for doing what she did. Nobody ever needs to make an excuse for this. This person needs to be charged and sentenced. And what we need to do is if we see something, say something, and try to save the next baby. We can't do anything for this child. But what we can do is use this as a cautionary tale and try to save the next baby. That's where we can make our difference. We can try to make sure that another baby who is in a situation like this, where she's preventing the dad from being able to be in his kid's life, that needs to stop. That needs to stop. So if we had something like Anaya's Law, shout out to Michael Garrett out there in Cuyahoga County, Cleveland, Ohio. If you had something like Anaya's Law in place, then the father will be able to take emergency custody of his kid if he feel like his kid is in danger. That could have saved this baby. That law could have saved this baby. We have an election coming up, and I'm sure Michael Garrett, as well as so many other people, are going to be telling the politicians and telling the people the laws and things that we want, and we want justice for our babies. This is the time to vote. Don't talk about voting doesn't make a difference, because it does, and it matters. Your money matters, your votes matter, your voice matters, and your demands for your politicians, it matters. It matters more so in your city and state governments, not necessarily who's going to be the president. That doesn't affect you nearly as much as what your mayor is going to do, what your governor is going to do, what your judges are going to do, and the people that are your elected officials, your police chiefs, all of those people inside your cities and your counties and your states matter way more than who the president going to be. Thought I'd throw that out there. Mookie Lolo said, caught you late, but wanted to let you know I'm here. Do your thing, Mookie Lolo. Definitely appreciate that. And you got your moderator wrench already, so thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let's keep going. I know I've said a whole lot. And if y'all would, please click that thumbs up. We have about 400 people, so if y'all would click that thumbs up, what it'll do is, even if you don't have it financially to be able to contribute to the platform in a monetary form, if you just click that thumbs up, it will bring more people to our stream and bring more attention to our stream. So you could always click that thumbs up, and that'll help us out a lot. Do you wish that she rots in hell? I'm going to tell you like this. I believe, my personal opinion is I believe that for baby murderers and abusers and rapists, I believe there's a special place in hell for people like that. So I hope that answers your question. I believe there's a special place in hell for people who hurt children. If Michelle G, if you're listening, I just got yours in PayPal and I wanted to shout you out. So Michelle G, if you're listening, sister, thank you again for always showing some love. I want to say thank you. Appreciate that. Put them on the space program. Thank you, Mookie. I agree. That's going to be our new hashtag. They don't need jail, they need hell. Can y'all post that in the chat? These people who hurt babies, they don't need jail, they need hell. They don't need jail, they need hell. That's what we need to hashtag. Next one coming up is the last video.
A Maryland mother is charged with murder for starving her 15-month-old daughter and putting her body in a dumpster. 23-year-old Kiera Tolson told investigators she starved her daughter for 3.5 weeks. The child's body has not yet been recovered. The child's father says he last saw his daughter April 17th. A Maryland mother is charged with murder for starving her 15-month-old daughter and putting her body in a dumpster. 23-year-old Kiera Tolson told investigators she starved her daughter for 3.5 weeks. The child's body has not yet been recovered. The child's father says he last saw his daughter April 17th. Katie Johnston for WJZ.com.
And I'm going to tell you guys what makes this even worse is this. What makes this story even worse is the fact that you had a father who seems like, I don't know anything about him, but it seems like he was willing to be in his child's life. And if you would have just given him an opportunity to be in this child's life, I could almost guarantee you that if you would have put this baby in the custody of the father, this baby would have lived. This baby would have survived. And if this mother had that much vitriol for this baby, look at her using the baby as a prop. And I'm going to tell you, I hate when people do that. When you act like you love the kids. How many of y'all know somebody who be on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram stunting on the book, stunting on IG, acting like they love their kids, but y'all know that they be talking all kind of crap about these kids so bad, and ooh, I'm a spank this kid, and this kid need to go to bed. Y'all getting on my nerves. Some of y'all might have even heard that as you were growing up, but y'all have definitely heard and seen these mothers, these parents, these fathers, these whomever who hurt these babies. Y'all have heard people speak these words. And it's just inexcusable that if you had that much vitriol for this baby, then why not give the baby to the dad? Why not? Because you know why? Because she probably wanted to make that dad suffer. She probably knew that dad cared, and she probably wanted more so to make herself feel better by hurting the dad, which would make her feel better to see the dad hurting, as opposed to a baby that grew in her womb for 9 months, that she sat in labor and gave birth to this baby, and apparently none of that even mattered. What mattered more to her was her personal pleasure. And that's what I'm talking about. Our priorities are so off. We care more about our orgasms. We care more about going to the club. We care more about our personal possessions. And I'm going to tell y'all a real quick story. This is no lie. It's on my channel. Y'all might remember a mother who killed her kid because the kid broke the mother's flat screen television. A television. And the baby died over a TV. that you probably got on a Black Friday special. That's how low a lot of people, and it's not all. I know we got some good people in the chat. I know we got some good moms in the chat. I know we got some good dads in the chat. I know we got some good neighbors in the chat. I know we got some great people here in the AFC in our chat right now. I know it's not us, but there are too many people in our society who value things that are worth nothing more than our children. And that's so disheartening. It bothers me to my core. And I'm going to tell you what, I am thankful to have an audience. I'm thankful to have a microphone. And I'm thankful to have a group of people who at least understand my message. Because there's a lot of people out there that still don't get it. There's a lot of people still trying to add me on Facebook, send me friend requests just so they can send me hateful ass messages. So they can email me hateful ass messages and tell me how I'm a self-hater, I'm a coon, and I'm wrong, and I don't have the right to talk about this mother who killed her kid. But it's even more egregious when you talk about we need to protect women. We need to protect the Black queen. We need to protect all women. What's so funny about that? Let me tell y'all something that's funny. You want to know what's funny? Let me get this baby's picture on the screen. I'm going to tell y'all something really, really funny. If this baby would have been allowed to grow up, survive, and thrive, guess what that baby girl would have grown up into becoming? I would love to see somebody argue that point. So what you're saying is that it only matters when these Black women or these women cross the threshold of being grown and then they matter. But why is it that our children don't matter? Why is it that we want to continue to keep making our society worse by treating our kids bad and then expecting for them to be great and awesome, productive adults? And you wonder why our communities are bad. You wonder why our neighborhoods are bad. You wonder why people don't care about each other. You wonder why there's so much mental illness going on. You wonder why there's so much rape going on. You wonder why there's so much murder going on, so much robbing going on, so much criminal mentality going on, why people continue to stimulate their lower vibrations in their body if you believe in that type of thing. You wonder why people really don't care. They get hopeless. They don't see a future. They don't tend to care about anything. Well, it's because their earliest memories of growing up and being an adult and being a human, they were bad memories because their parents didn't care. Their aunties didn't care. Their fathers didn't care. Their relatives didn't care. Their neighbors didn't care. Their teachers didn't care. Nobody cared about these people while they were young. They grow up and they terrorize the entire earth. We can make a change if we start with our babies. Don't come telling me about justice for a grown person. Don't tell me about we need to go get justice for a grown person that died at the hands of a cop. Because honestly, I don't care. I don't. Grown people don't matter as much as kids do. You know why? Because that's our legacy. If you guys that watched last night and watch me and my interactions, if you can't tell what's important in my life, if you have not listened to my videos and you can't tell what's important in my life and where my priorities are and what I truly care most about on our platform, then I don't know what to tell you, and you just might not ever get the message. I think it's a simple message. It's a message of love. It's a message of respect. It's a message of preserving what I think is important. And that is for humanity to go forward in peace and harmony and productivity. We cannot continue to just keep beating up on our babies and wonder why our world sucks. Maybe some of what we're going through right now, a lot of people like to look at it and say, well, maybe this is the coming of revelation if y'all believe in the Bible and believe in all that religious stuff. Maybe the world is punishing us right now. Maybe the, what do you call that? Maybe the spiritual realm, maybe we're being punished because we have not cared about our babies for a long, long time. And we need to get back to caring for our babies. Maybe God will bless this earth if we start caring for our babies. They can't speak for themselves, nor can they defend themselves against the tyranny of their caretakers. So we all got to step up as a society in this world for the ones that matter, and that's our babies, okay? From my heart to yours, I love you guys. I want to put some respect on this baby's name. Again, this baby's name, Blair Niles. Blair Niles, 15 months old, young queen, young princess, beautiful baby, R.I.P. From my heart to yours, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. That's the end of our stream, and we'll see you guys on the next stream. Please make sure you guys support the AFC, like, share, and subscribe. Come back and come see us for another video and continue to keep learning. We're going to get better, and I have a lot of faith in us, okay? We'll see you on the next stream. Peace.